See, it's not the end of your journey. And let's be fair. You may fall now, and then remember you can fall at any time. It's just a temporary setback. That's why it's important that our resilience is the ability, understanding that it's the ability to bounce back from adversity. And it's a quality that defines the most successful and fulfilled individuals.
Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Welcome to Born to Achieve podcast, the show that inspires and motivates you to unlock your full potential and achieve your goals. With your host, Warren Andrew Pinder. Let's get started on this week's episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.
Hi, this week's episode is titled Rising Strong, Get Up. Simply, let's speak a little today about just getting up, period, getting up. Whatever reason we have found ourselves in a position that we are down, today we're going to focus on you getting up. You getting up from the position that you're in right now. The bad news that you received that you were not expecting, the hand that was dealt to you at this present moment that have you so depressed, and right now that you just feel as if you're carrying a load that the world is on your shoulder. You need to get up. That position that you didn't get, or that salary, that raise that you think that you were entitled to, that you should have gotten, that you know you should have gotten, and that you, in your mind, you feel as if you going all out and you're not being appreciated. You need to get up. You need to get up because you just lost your car. That you need to get up and just jump on the bus to get to work so that you can get yourself another one. You need to rise strong and get up because you no longer have a job, but get up to go and find yourself a job. This is what we're talking about, rising strong after the fall. You need to get up. You need to get up because it's fundamental to the human experience. Getting up after you have fallen down on this journey we call life, with all its ups and downs and what's going on, is during these moments when we stumble and fall that we have to dig deep and find our true strength and resilience. We have to understand that they're being put to the test. So the reality of falling down, let's face it, is that nobody goes through life without having a fall at some point. A lot of us go through it, and a lot of people don't know. Some people they dive deep. They dive where they're almost suffocated, that they can't breathe because of the pressure and everything that's going that's associated with being so deeply rooted when you're falling, when you're down and you're out of luck. But isn't at this time that you need to get up. It could be a personal setback or a failed project, a broken relationship, or any other challenge. It's so tempting to dwell on the pain and the embarrassment or disappointment of what has happened and what you're faced with. But falling is not the end of your journey. See, when you're down, are you going to consider, you don't know how long God has for you to live, but for 1 minute, right at 1 minute, do you think you're going to want to stay in that position for the rest of your life? See, it's not the end of your journey. And let's be fair. You may fall now, and then remember you can fall at any time. It's just a temporary setback. That's why it's important that our resilience is the ability, understanding that it's the ability to bounce back from adversity. And it's a quality that defines the most successful and fulfilled individuals. Last podcast, we spoke about 10 individuals that have that unique character and the things that make them successful. But resilience was one. That was a common that just meshed with everyone. But it's important to know that the first step in getting up after fall is accepting that it's a part of life. Understanding that we're not going to always be at the highs. There are highs and lows, and accepting that when we have fallen, that is a temporary process that we must endure, we have to go through. And that it's not a sign of weakness, but an opportunity to grow stronger. When you find yourself on the ground, it's time to take that moment and just to reflect. Why am I here? What did I do? What can I do better that this never happens again? and know that every setback holds a lesson and an opportunity for personal growth. Consider it a chance to reassess your goals, your strategies, and your priorities. Often falling down is in nature's way of pushing us toward a better path. When we're down, we can be able to see things clearer. Some persons may have gone beyond and left us behind. We understand that, that was the wrong way I'm going because they weren't checking for me. So now I know that now that I'm down, I can see, how I need to get up. And in getting up, I understand that the path, I'm passing the path that I was on. I'm not going to go back down that path. Getting up after a fall requires perseverance. You have to persevere. You have to go through it. Take it, understand the process and let the process take its time. It's a determination to rise, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward when the world seems to conspire against you. That you have to remember that some of the greatest achievements in history were born out of countless failures.
Thank you for joining today's podcast. We'll be right back.
Achieve Man, written by Warren Andrew Pinder and Dominique Bradford. This book passionately focuses on the challenges women have been made to go through and how to overcome them. In some cultures, being a woman disadvantages the girl child. This book carefully exposes the hurdles you might face. This masterpiece is the ultimate self-help guide for women. It reveals your true purpose and identity. Get your copy today. Available from Amazon.
We now return to today's podcast.
Try and try again. I always tell you, try and try again. Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, once said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Can you imagine? After thinking I found the greatest thing in the world and I'm trying to get it to work. And it's like, maybe I see spark. I see a glimmer of light and I see things and I got to try it. This is 200 times I've tried and it still hasn't worked. But 2,000 times in, and I'm still trying, and I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to figure out it. This still hasn't worked. And but there's a 10,000 times when I tried, and I've gone through it, and I'm like, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to keep trying. The light comes on. Literally, the light comes on. And that's how life is, that we must continue to try. Being one of a Boy Scout, being a part of the Boy Scout movement, I understand that is learning. It's becoming proficient in something. You don't have to master it right away, but once you try and you continuously do it, you become proficient at it. You get better. And that is with life. So when you fall, you have to continuously try. You'll get better in getting up. Every time you fall, you're one step closer to the success. Embrace the learning opportunity that fully provides and use it to fuel your effort. When you learn, that's what I'm saying, you just you be engaged with what you're doing. And you're going to find, you may find how the person that taught you to do something, you become better at it because you put more time in it. You find the persons who are going to support you in this effort. You don't have to go through the process getting up alone. Seek the help that you need through friends, mentors, your community. Person that share your goals and values that can provide guidance to help you and encourage you. And be a shoulder for you to lean on when times are tough. In a world that constantly changes, adaptability is key. Remember we spoke last podcast how successful people, they adapt to change. When you fall, be open to adjusting your approach. Be flexible in your thinking and willing to explore new paths to your goals. The ability to adapt is a strength. Definitely is not a weakness. And then through it all, you have to believe in yourself. This is perhaps the most crucial element of getting up. After fall is self-belief, believing that you can do it, identifying and understanding that you can. You must have faith in your ability and your potential. Remind yourself of the past successes that you've achieved and the strengths that you got in achieving those successes. Be confident. Confidence can be a powerful tool in propelling you forward. Remember that falling down is a universal experience. We'll all experience it sometime in life, whether it's through the death of our parents that we find ourselves in the low, or some other tragic, or just, something that happens, we're going to find ourselves down. But you got to get up. You have to rise strong. It's what you do next that defines your character. Is it going to be that you're going to be strong, resilient, and persevere through it? Or you're going to be known to just falling and stay on the ground and not trying to help yourself. You want to keep pushing forward with a positive mindset, believing that you can rise stronger and achieve greatness. So the next time life knocks you down, the next time you find yourself in a circumstance where you're at the bottom, the next time you feel low and you feel down, remember that you have the power to rise and you have the potential for greatness within you. If you only keep moving forward, the success will surely follow. You must get up, rise strong, believe, and know that you will achieve.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. We hope you found it informative, inspiring, and motivating. Born to Achieve. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends and family. Stay focused on your goals, and we'll see you on the next episode of Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve. Born to Achieve.